money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 woo, money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they gangsta don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum, always talking in the background.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And they'll run it here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Listen. Hell, you want?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. 14.
On second down, here's Goff. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
And when you're trying to set up a counter play, that's what a lot of people call an influence play. really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game, they're not moving as fast, it's a lousy call because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you hope to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
And there they got the ball to the outer third of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to, and probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This will be from 56 yards out. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. And that'll set him back 5. Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on 4th down. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Carr.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a gain.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. He finds Beckham complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Here we go. 6:37. 24.
On 1st down, Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Carr will try it again on 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 39 that time.
I'm about to do a disservice to the catch we just saw. One-handed, coming down with it, just like that. Yeah, I know. Odell Beckham Jr. We're used to this, aren't we?
We are.
And that's just wrong on every level. That was spectacular.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On second down, here's Barkley. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. He finds Roberts, complete. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
A handoff to Barkley. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Carlson able to put this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
And coming out now, the Broncos. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Goff on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Go, 2 seconds to go, first quarter.
14.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Right back to him on first down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. Well, other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. From the red zone now, Goff. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Louis. Go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
All right. Come on now. Starting left here.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, you got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... He's got a man, complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Sterling Shepard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
5, 20.
To throw is gone. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On 1st down, it's gone. Over the middle, complete. That's Sutton. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Super 66.
Now a handoff looking right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Here we go. 694.
Carr now on first down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Chris Jones. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
29. Hey, 734.
From the gun, it's Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Carr now on first down. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
734. You're mine.
Carr to throw on second down. He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be caught. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Carr now to throw. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. So we come upon halftime with a visiting Brock. We now proceed to the start of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 39 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Get down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On 3rd down, Carr. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progression. Find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
3rd and 2. Goff. And this is caught by Jackson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. A shotgun snap for Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Super 66. 12.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Jonathan Hankins with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Goff. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Goff on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sutton. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Hey, lift.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here come the Raiders. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Four down, check. Four down. Check. Fresno. Hey, Raider 2.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
14. 14. 12. 12. Super. Let's go. 12. Let's go.
After the interception, here's Goff. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Goff now, pretty remarkable. 14 of 15 through the air, only one incompletion. And another 1st and 10 here. 12. Out of the gun, Goff. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they'll get this down to the 10. A solid pickup of 13 sets them up 1st and goal. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
6-18.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
14.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A very solid gain of 27.
There you go.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return.
Louis.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Hey, lift.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Broncos add on. And it's up and good. Now McManus on to kick this one off. On the return comes Drake.
even after that big-time return. It's not looking great for them today, but if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Looking for Shepard deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Down. 280.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 46. He won't go down. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Value 1. DC, DC.
And they'll go on the ground. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Value 1.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. McManus now for the extra point. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will extend this big lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Play clock down to 0. And this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey. Now, you want it,
Play action. Now it's Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Shotgun now for Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Hey.
To throw his Carr. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Carr, got to have this one. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Raiders trying on 4th down, but to no avail. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position.
Like 20.
From the gun, here's Goff. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 1st down, Carr. He sets to fire deep. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
On first down, gone. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. They give him a gain of 38.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
76. 76. Hey, we got four. We got four down.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Here's gone. And that's going to be incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's third and goal. Now gone. And that is incomplete. Rashawn Melvin that time able to make the play.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And McManus able to put it through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the fourth down in New Orleans. The Chiefs have opened up a 2-touchdown advantage. A win would be just their second of the year if they could hold on. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. He's got daylight. The 30, 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep.